Right, we look at these setups.
I like learning.
Yeah, it's great, mate. Look at the setup there, okay? That's the change we've made there now, okay? Now, again, a lot of these changes we see, hopefully you'll see a difference there, just in terms of the lean of the shaft, how it's nearer your left leg. But if you sort of just went that sort of, oh, hang on, what's different? Oh, I'm not quite sure. But generally, what we're going to see now is, if we draw a straight line, if we draw a straight line through there, we're going to have an angle there. If we go a straight line through your head there, that's basically the middle part, straight down, you can see. See how it's going down?
Right.
It's more there, isn't it,
yeah?
So we're creating a little bit of this sort of like reverse K they often talk about, without impact, at setup, making it a lot easier for you to get back there in the first place, yeah? So your grip's got a little bit stronger as a result. We haven't said change your grip by rolling the hand over, but your left hand now, we can see more of that logo on the glove, can't we? The more the Callaway strap there, okay? Yeah. So that's going to be better. People have said about in the past turning, your right hip hasn't really moved. You sort of just swayed off and slid over this way.
Yeah.
So that was your backswing, yeah?
Yeah.
Losing a bit of control of the grip there, fingers almost coming off the club there.
Yeah,
this one here now with a rotation, you're able to rotate your hip more because the setup you've got, your hip's able to rotate. You see the logo there. No, what's that? Just watch that spot on your trousers that wasn't moving before, yeah? Little white dot there, yeah? And look at that backswing there now, okay? So your shoulder now, just look where your right biceps disappeared. We can't see the sleeve of your right arm, can we? Can see it there? Yeah. So your right arm now is getting further behind you because you're rotating better. Yeah. You're maintaining a good spine angle, tilt behind the golf ball. That there is a very, very good position to get back into impact. We can now shift the body, which you do really, really nicely. Shift onto that left side, coming back into impact. There's your impact. There's the shaft. There's your right arm. There's your reverse K that all the pros talk about, yeah? So really, really good position. And again, if the golf ball, because the grip is better, is going to start curving a bit more this way, it's going to make sense for you to want to move your body weight this way, for you to want to rotate in the backswing more, for you to want to get your hands in front, which again improves the low point, means you hit the ground less behind the golf ball, yeah? And start the ball more on your target line. Whereas before, the club would come back to impact sometimes quite open. So your impact position there now, I mean, your hands there, they're more middle-ish, I would say. They're slightly forward, but they're not as far forward as this one here on the right-hand side, yeah? Okay. And that was often a move that people would make to try to square the club face up, yeah? And again, the feeling that we always talk about, when the club hits the golf ball, if it strikes it well, and a clean strike that you've had a few now, and hits the mat, from here after impact, the club has slowed down sufficiently to feel smooth and feel slow. If we miss the ground and often hit half the ball or top of the ball here, this movement after impact feels quicker. Yeah. What you feel is the club swinging faster. What people see is a slight loss of balance or a wobble because you haven't got that same kind of deflection off the golf ball. And then that magic phrase comes up, oh, you swung it too fast, slow it down. You don't want to slow the swing down. Yeah. I mean, and again, and when we do slow the swing down, what do we actually slow down? Yeah, so the body has to move better. I think we agreed at the start. You said you often didn't move your body because you didn't want to move wrong. So the less you move, the less wrong it'll be, which is certainly understandable. You can sort of see your hip movement there now, just with the sort of little dots there on your trouser leg. Yeah, you can create more of a movement there. So you're actually turning your body around that right leg. So you're getting your weight onto that right heel now. And as you get to the top of the backswing, then we're shifting off it. So it's a really, really good transition. Some of the strikes you've hit there, you can almost hear by the reaction of how well you're striking it. The sound's much better. So for you, it's going to be learning what this setup looks like. Yeah. Whether that means starting off in that position, in the sort of capital Y, lift the club, turn it a degree or so to sort of 11 o'clock, then put the club down closed, and then move your body. Yeah. Do that in a mirror, a reflection. What we want to see, and this is sort of the ideal spot, is from that shoulder there now.
Wow. Because isn't that just so fundamental though? You know, when we started, you know, our session last time, my hands were here. Mm-hmm.
You were very close in,
right in the middle. And now we've brought them out.
Yeah, and we've moved them bit by bit. Yeah,
and we've moved. Yeah, you know,
to move them out and forward would have been. You've gone from being in here to go out there and over there. They'd have gone so far from where you're used to. You've been like, I can't walk from there.
So in terms of takeaway and all the rest that goes with the backswing, first of all, I suppose it's getting that right.
Yes,
because that's going to it's going to change some of those things, isn't it?
Most definitely. I mean, if you're sort of setting up kind of high right side, as I call it, where your left arm's kind of tucked up here because you're very level with the shoulders and the right arm's there, it's very hard to turn this hip out of the way. Yeah. So being more in this position makes it a lot easier now for this hip to kind of get behind you. So once the right hip can move, the right shoulder can move, then you're able to rotate and get the club and everything going around this way. You can get your chest and rotate it a lot more effectively, and because of that, you're able to generate or create more power. Okay, it'll make it a lot easier for you to swing the longer clubs, because by turning better and rotating the hips, you'll generally swing the club on a more shallow angle. Sliding the hips this way and lifting the arms up means you're going to probably come down quite steep, which, like I say, 7-iron, if you're a good player, 5-iron, you can get away with it. Put a long club in your hand, you're going to struggle big time. Be a low smother or a big slice.
Stayed away from them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we can build this into your swing. So what we're going to try and do, this is what I always try and encourage golfers to do, is learn a setup. So there's the setup with your irons. There's the setup with your driver. The hand's in the same position. The ball just moves a bit, so the shaft changes slightly, and then the swing movements kind of replicate each other. And learn one swing. Yeah.
Yes. And in terms of that 7-iron, sort of central and bit forward on the longer, and
I would know. I mean, all I would say. I mean, if we think the way I look at ball position, if we measure, there's a green line there. If we look at where your ball position is there, that's where your ball position is with your 7-iron. Yeah.
7-iron.
So it's probably just left of centre, right? Okay. If you're going with a 5-iron, your foot would be probably here. So now it seems a bit further forward, doesn't it? If I go to a pitching wedge, your foot's going to be there. Now it's in the middle.
Right.
Not moving from your left foot. So don't move up and down, sort of shuffle.
Gotcha.
Create one ball position from that foot, and you adjust. I mean, no one can tell me they're going to stand there with a 3-iron like this and a pitching wedge with the same.
That's really interesting.
Or vice versa, stand with a wedge like that and a 3-iron.
So pretty much keeping this distance
keep
the
that
same.
Constant,
It's just this one that moves with the club length, really.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because if you make a golf club longer, it's further away from you. The club is going to swing shallower. So when you say, you've got to sweep your long irons, or you've got to sweep your 3-wood off the ground. Well, if the golf club's that much longer, it's going to be more of a sweeping action. Yeah. If you're over top of the ball like a putter, it's going to be a different angle altogether. Yeah. So setup for me, we want to try and maintain some constants. Grip's always the same, hands always in that same position by your left thigh, shoulders always going to be slightly tilted because, again, your hands are in a different position. Hence the reason why people put cack-handed to try and level off their shoulders. And even Fitzpatrick grips left and right, he's chipping, isn't he? Because he wants his shoulders more level, so it's more of a tilt and more of a sort of a rocking sensation. Again, putting and long games are slightly different movement there. Okay.
I do love the learn, because I've never had this sort of process before. It's been a case of YouTube's friends making lots of mistakes and making more progress.
Well, the thing is, very often you find YouTube's a lot of information, and very invariably too much. Not necessarily it's wrong, but just is it relevant to you? And then mates usually are not the right information, unfortunately, and lots again. So it's always going to be setup 1, setup 2, tweak. We're looking a little bit more into the backswing now in terms of that rotation there. That's going to be more of a sort of a movement you're going to focus on, which I think in turn, if we rotate better, working back into the golf ball and getting that start line. We've had a couple start right at target and actually draw back. So if we can get a better start line because you're rotating better, a lot of these things down here when we're striking the golf ball, they've got to be more instinctive. There's not a lot you can think about when that club's travelling almost 100 miles an hour.
No.
Set up, you're static, you're not moving. Take away, you can move into a better position. All right. And then from there, just if you get the club up here now with a good turn up here, now we just hit it. But if you're up here this way, now trying to hit it, it's like you're moving in a very awkward way.
It's exciting to make it a little bit of progress. Well,
you see, some big changes. To be fair, it's been good.
I'm looking forward to it, Gareth. The process itself, I really am.
Yeah, good stuff.
It's going to be, multi sessions.
Well, it's just a progress. And I think most people who I see success with, it's not sounds like masters, I suppose, but it's the people who have kind of constant sessions based around how they play. Some people play a lot more, so they might have more sessions, but most people my most common one is like 1 a month. 1 a month, 2 a month, that kind of thing. It keeps things ticking over. People who have like 1 a month and then don't have 6 months, then come back and have 3 and then have 1 6 months like this. It's just too.
That's what we'll try and do. We'll keep it.
Give it a sort of regular sort of thing. Yeah. Okay, mate. Good.